Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chloe and I love to talk about books. And today we're going to run through all of the books that I gained during the month of January. So I gained 6 books during the month of January. I read 8 books. So tackling the TBR, we're doing it. And I did set myself a rule of I have to read 5 books minimum to treat myself to any books. And I'm happy to say with the way I gained these books, I fall into that rule. So, woohoo! Okay, let's start off with the one book that I actively went into a bookshop and bought. So this is the one book that followed the rule. And that is The Bones Beneath My Skin by T.J. Klune. I've still not taken the sticker off. I usually do that like straight away. But I picked this up from the works. I was feeling sad. Do I remember why? No. Oh, I hadn't slept much and I nearly fell asleep during my nail appointment and I just felt a bit sad. And the works is like right near my nail place, so just thought I'd make myself feel a bit better. But by the time I had bought this book, I had read over 5 books. So I stuck to my rule. Go me. It has got a sprayed edge, which is nice, but also not all paperbacks need a sprayed edge. Can we just put that out there? Okay, thank you. And the rest of these I gained from either pre-orders, subscription boxes, stuff like that. I will explain for each book how I gained it. I got these from Wordy and Wild. So I got the January subscription box. I got it later. I don't know, this wasn't the book for the January book, I think. It was a mystery book. I bought it because I really wanted the jumper. And this is the book that came with it. So this is Of Flame and Fury by Michaela Bridge. I've not heard of this book. I don't really think. I thought I had, but thinking about it, I don't think so. But it's so shiny. Look how shiny that is. Ooh, pretty. But obviously I went for the fancy mystery book because what else would I do? Let me just tell you what it says on the back. On the island of Sendor, Phoenix Rising is the most profitable and deadly work you can find. No one knows that better than the Phoenix tamer, Kellerin Vara. Tensions rise on and off the track when Kel is forced to team up with the one rider she can't stand. Arrogant, hot-headed, Warren Coopers. Oh dear. As her resentment for Coop ignites into something dangerously new, Kel uncovers a sinister plot that threatens everyone she cares for. I mean, the Warren Coopers gave me the ick a little bit, but it's okay. I'm looking forward to giving it a go. It's purely because it's fancy that I'm looking forward to giving it a go. So, it does sound like it may fall into more of the romantic side, but that's cool. That's cool. That's chill. And then I got this next one in the February subscription box, but it did arrive to me in the last couple of days in January, so I am counting it in my January haul. It is Daughters of Chaos by A.S. Webb. Look. Focus. Take my face away. Maybe it'll focus now. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. I am obsessed. In ancient Greece, the 12 gods of Olympus rule with fear, demanding sacrifice, obedience, and silence. As a mortal girl, Danae has always lived in their shadow, until the day she takes a bite of a mysterious golden apple. Suddenly hunted, marked by a prophecy she doesn't understand, she's forced to flee. On her journey, she crosses paths with heroes, monsters, and the legendary Heracles. Can we just call him Hercules? I feel like we can. But Danae isn't like the heroes in the old stories. She's not here to win glory. She's not here to bow to Olympus. She will hunt the gods. She'll drag them screaming from Olympus. She sounds like a badass FMC, and I love a badass FMC. I cannot speak. This does sound absolutely incredible. I do believe, if I am thinking correctly, I am. Yes, I remember. I will be doing this as a buddy read with my lovely friend Catherine, and I'm very much looking forward to it. We are currently buddy reading Mort by Terry Pratchett, so wonderful stuff. This next one was a pre-order, but you may have heard, may not have heard, there was a misprint. So this is the misprinted version. The correct version hasn't arrived yet. It's Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. Like I said, this has some missing pages, so I can't actually read this copy. I need to wait for my other copy to arrive, which will have the missing pages. But I'm very much looking forward to it. It's still sitting on my shelf because I think it's really pretty, and it will just get swapped over when the other one arrives. But like I said, like, this is a very famous book, but like, look at how stunning this book is. So if you don't know what this book is about, which you might not do, I don't know, you might do, you might not, let me read you the back. Evelyn has lived countless lives, and in every single one she's been killed before her 18th birthday. But in her present life, her little sister needs her in order to stay alive. To save her sister and make it past her 18th birthday, she'll have to 1. Find the centuries-old enemy who hunts her through each life. 2. Figure out why she's being hunted so that she can break the curse once and for all. More importantly, she's going to have to try and not fall in love with them again. This sounds like a lovers to enemies to lovers. Dang, we shall see. I'm very much looking forward to it. Whenever I get my new copy, we haven't been told a timeline because obviously they've had to go into reprint, so not entirely sure when we'll be getting that. This next one I was given just as a casual, here, have this, by my partner's nana. So it is Buried by Linda LaPlante. Plant. This is a thriller. I believe it's part of a series. My partner's granddad reads them, and I think this is the first one in the series. So she said, like, as he reads them, if I enjoyed this, I'll keep getting them as he's read them because they're not going to be holding on to the books. DC Jack Ware and his girlfriend Maggie have just moved to London to start a new life together. Though charming, Jack can't seem to find his place in the world until he's drawn into an investigation that turns his life upside down. In the aftermath of a fire at an isolated cottage, a badly burned body is discovered, along with the burnt remains of millions of stolen, untraceable banknotes. Jack's search leads him deep into the murky criminal underworld, and a world he finds himself surprisingly good at navigating. But as the line of the law becomes blurred, how far will Jack go to find the answers, and what will it cost him? Very, very interesting. This sounds like just like a good old-fashioned crime thriller, and I'm looking forward to it because the thrillers I read towards the end of 25, they just weren't it. They weren't it. So hopefully this one will be. And last but not least, my partner Alfie got this for me, and that is 7 Deadly Thorns by Amber Hamilton. I was drawn in by the cover, obviously. Pretty. It does have just like a soft pink sprayed edge, which I do think is a little unnecessary. Like, if we're going to do sprayed edge, just do a proper sprayed edge. We don't need to do this, you know? Like, they do this and then they call it an exclusive edition and then they drive the prices up and it's ridiculous. But anyway, moving on from the rants of the publishing world, Viola Sinclair has hidden her shadow magic her whole life. Discovery means certain death. In the kingdom of Aragoa, dark magic is forbidden. When the queen finds out Viola's secret, she sends a royal assassin to kill her. He is given a cursed tattoo, 7 thorns on his arm for the 7 days he has to complete his deadly task. If he fails, he will be the one to die. The assassin is Rose Roquelart. Entitled Prince, arrogant fellow student at Vandenberg Academy. We're just going to say that's what that says. And Viola's mortal enemy. The chance to strike Viola down is at Rose's fingertips, but he needs something from Viola, and he is willing to spare her life and fake their engagement to get it. Forced to work together, Viola and Rose uncover terrible secrets, sinister threats, and irresistible attraction. Can they learn to trust each other in time to save themselves and bring the light back to Aragoa? It is enemies to lovers, fake dating romantasy. To break that down into tropes. How fun does that sound? That's all 6 books that I gained throughout the month of January. So that's good. We are currently gaining quite a lot in February. Turns out a lot of my pre-orders, without me even noticing, are all being released in February. So I might have to cancel my rule for February of if I read 5 books, I can buy some books, because I'm gaining enough through pre-orders I don't need to buy any more books. I'm gaining enough, and I need to get some reading to try and counterbalance what's coming in to what is being consumed. But that is it. That is all I have for you today. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will be doing these each month so you can see what books I gain throughout each month of this year. If that sounds interesting, or you just don't mind hearing me chat shit for ages, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, obviously, no pressure. And in the comments, tell me, what is the best book that you have gained throughout the month of January? I look forward to hearing it. It may end up on my TBR, who knows. I will see you all very, very soon, and I'll catch you later. Bye.